Hello friends, my name is Shilpa Kakkar. I am from M.B.Patel English Medium Secondary and Higher Secondary School. Today we are going to deal with Standard 11th History, chapter number 4. The name of the chapter is Vedic Religion and Culture. This is the second part of the chapter Vedic Religion and Culture. In this session, we are going to discuss about Brahmanas and the books written during the time. The learning objectives of this chapter are: we'll come to know about the varied culture and heritage of India. We'll know about the Vedic literature. We'll learn about the philosophy of eternal culture of India. With that, we'll also come to know the contribution of Indian philosophies in different fields. Let us discuss about the literature. Every Indian is proud of one's own varied culture and heritage. All these information we get from the Vedic literature. We all know that there are 4 Vedas, and with that Vedas, Brahmanas are there. Aranyakas, Upanishads are written. Sutra literature and Ramayana and Mahabharata also provides us the information. With that, we have Jain and Buddhist books. All these things, these are called as the literature, the written material with us. It provides us with the philosophy of eternal Indian culture. These books written, and afterwards the explanation about the Vedas were written. These Brahmanas are the part of Vedic literature. Immediately after Vedic Samhita, Brahmana books were written in order to give the guidance and the explanation of the words, mantras, interpretations, experimentations done during the Vedic time, because people did not understand directly the contents of the Vedas, and that is why people thought to interpret it in simple way so that everybody can understand and know about the literature. The books of the Vedic literature were written in prose form. Presents the explanation of Vedic Samhita and its criticism. It is believed that every Veda had one Brahmana. As I told you, that Brahmanas are the interpretations, the explanation, the guidance of the words, of the mantras. All these things which are written during that time were simplified in Brahmanas. We have learned that all the 4 Vedas had their own Brahmanas, and that helped us to make the understanding of that literature very clear. We have learnt that Rig Veda, its Brahmana was Antray Brahman. This Antray Brahmana is the detailed description of different yagnas. The 4 Yajurved, there are Shatpat and Taittiriya Brahman. Shatpat Brahmana is for Shukla Yajur Ved. Among all the Brahmana books, Shatpat is the most important and a huge volume. It includes detailed description of yagnas, of Pitru, that is for Pitrus, Som, Rajsuya, and different other things. It also includes the name of the ancient kings of India and biographical sketches also. Hence, it has historical importance also. It is believed that they had been written by Rishi Yajnavalkya. Taittiriya Brahmana is for Krishna Yajur Ved. Compilation of 8 different Brahmanas is done for Samved Samhita. And Gopatha Brahmana is for Atharva Ved Samhita, in which there is an explanation for Gayatri. Thus, Brahmana books provides extensive information about the performance of yagnas, and along with it they also provide information on the customs of Indian society and philosophical ideologies of the Vedic times. These books are written for the simple explanation so that they can pass the legacy. As you all know, it is very difficult to understand certain things, but when it is simplified, then it is very easy to understand and remember also. So these people thought that in order to pass the legacy, we have to simplify it. And that was the best work done by the scholars of that time. That is why we can understand all the things right now, because of all these books which were written by them for explanation, which are very well interpreted by these people. Aranya. Students, you should know the meaning of Aranya. Aranya means forest. And these Aranyakas in Vedic literature were written after Samhitas and Brahmanas. The resultant compilation of books of reflection and meditation done by the Aryans in the forest in the end part are called Aranyakas. That is why, as it is written in the forest, that is why it was called as Aranyakas. They contain simple yagnas for the vanprasthis and ascetics living in the forest. It even describes their routine and reflective criticism of Brahmana also. Here, performance of yagna is described along with the criticism of spiritual form. The preaching of Brahma and philosophy of Atma are given in Aranyakas. Thus, it has a great significance from the point of view of the spiritual and philosophical aspects. Rigved Aranyaka are Aitreya, and Shankhyan and Shukla Yajurved Aranyakas are Madhyadin, Bruhad Aranyaka, Kanva Bruhad Aranyaka, and Jaiminopashad. It can be seen that the religious fervor is much matured in this Aranyakas. Why is it matured? Because they have lived with it, they have understood throughout the life, they have experienced it, and with the experience and with the reading and understanding of the Brahmanas and the Vedas, they had written the conclusion about it. That is the explanation of all those things, and that is why these were considered as the simplest form of the Vedas. All these things helps us to know about the past and the ancient literature which was created during that time. Usually, one should know the meaning of the words. In general terms, Ved is very common, but in reality, Vedic literature in Vedic literature, it is extremely vast. We simply say it is a Ved. But if we talk in it seriously, if we take it seriously and try to understand it, it is very vast. It has touched each and every field of life, the each and every corner which one person lives in its life. They have talked about each and everything which talks about the experience, the way of life, the management of the life, the organization. They have touched all the fields in Vedas, and that is why our ancient culture is the well set society. Here we end this session, because in this session we'll come to know about the different literatures during different times. So it will be easy for us to understand, because it is very difficult for us to digest, to know about all these things in one go. So for better understanding, read the text, understand it. Till then, bye.